Well, I just got back from an early viewing of a very charming, endearing new movie by Kenneth Branagh called Belfast. And oh my gosh, was this movie just delightful. Everything about like the look and feel and cinematography of this movie just transported me to this little neighborhood. And you just really feel like you're in this neighborhood. It just feels so developed. Kenneth Branagh, as usual, has a visual masterpiece. This is so well shot. The cinematography is wonderful. They implemented the black and white beautifully, and even in the colored parts at the beginning and the end, the colors are just very vibrant. And I honestly think people can look to this for how to color grade your movie in the future, because it's just the right amount of pop in the color without being too garish. And just the whole cast of this movie is just so delightful and charming and endearing, and you can connect with them just so well. Newcomer Jude Hill just does such a great job as this boy kind of growing up in Belfast, and it's a great coming of age story for him. Both his parents, played by Catriona Belfi and Jamie Dornan, also do a fantastic job as they're trying to put on a brave face for this kid during the difficult times that they're in, while also like still struggling with their own personal problems and the environment of Belfast. The grandparents, played by Judi Dench and Ciarán Hinds, are also just very delightful. They have that type of relationship where they kind of pick at each other, but in a very jesting and friendly way. And it's very endearing and very cute little relationship. And I think this movie does a great job of just being kind of like a slice of life movie by just showing this kid growing up, but at the same time contrasting that with like the difficult times that they're currently in, as this movie is set in 1960s Northern Ireland during the tumult where Protestants at the time were trying to chase away the Catholics living in that area. And there's kind of just this great juxtaposition to like the everyday life that the main character has, and like him trying to impress this girl he has a crush on, and him not wanting to move away because of he loves his home, but also just this horrible time where like people were being hurt and chased away because people were using their religion as a justification to hurt others. And that was just a very well done part of the movie, and it just comes to a head beautifully at the end. Overall, everything about this movie was just so delightful and charming that I definitely recommend you go see this. I honestly think this movie could go on to win a lot of Oscars, or at least get nominated for some. A lot of the performances really deserve this, especially Catriona Belfi as the mom. I thought she was fantastic. She portrayed this strong but still vulnerable like woman who's just trying to help her children and her family through this difficult time and put on a brave face, but is still really struggling with the situation she's in. Like, I had never heard of this movie before I got an invitation for this early screening, and I can't say I would have heard of it otherwise. This kind of went below my radar, but I am so glad I got this invitation and decided to go. This was such a delightful experience that I highly suggest you go out and see this. This movie easily gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Please go and check it out.